The Rams are 7-3, return to the Coliseum to face the 8-2 New Orleans Saints. This is Gary Klein. I'm Lindsay Theory for the Los Angeles Times. Gary, the Saints are rolling. Meanwhile, the Rams stumbled a little bit against the Vikings. They're going to have to get back on track. Guys seem a little bit more focused, perhaps, than they have in previous Fridays as they get ready to leave the facility.
This is the second consecutive game against a burgeoning NFC power. Right here come the Saints coming off an overtime victory over the Redskins. The Rams need a reset. That Vikings game exposed a lot of different things, especially the offense, which struggled against that defense. This is a Saints team that has the high-powered offense, but also has a defense.
Okay, so you mentioned the Rams' offense. Jared Goff did not pass for a touchdown last week. He's obviously going to need to do that if they want to have a chance to beat the Saints. But Robert Woods, he suffered an injury against the Vikings. He's not going to be available for at least a couple of weeks. How do they go about replacing a guy who leads the team in catches and reception yards?
I don't know if they can completely replace him, but they're going to go by committee or by group, if you will. I think we're going to see a lot more Sammy Watkins. We may see Tavon Austin in a receiver role, and we'll see guys like Josh Reynolds, Mike Thomas, and some other players try and make up for the loss of Woods. But really, the way the offense has been situated with all that Robert Woods does, it's going to be very difficult.
Case Keenum was like the great Houdini as he escaped would-be tacklers. A couple of sacks he slipped out of against the Rams. Now, the defensive line is going to have another challenge with Drew Brees. And then the secondary, they're going to have a big challenge facing Drew Brees. This is a top-rated offense, a top-rated rushing and passing attack in the Saints. So what's going to be the key for defense? I know they got good news on Friday with Kayvon Webster being cleared to play.
Kayvon Webster was cleared of that concussion, so he will be back there with Trumaine Johnson. I still think we'll see LaMarcus Joyner moving around, possibly into a slot corner with Nickel Roby-Coleman out. But really, I think the key, Brees is so experienced, the Rams are not going to show him anything that he hasn't seen before. And against Minnesota, they got a lot of shots at Case Keenum, and they couldn't bring him down. They need to finish those plays against Drew Brees.
A Seattle loss last Monday meant the Rams stayed atop the NFC West division. Gary, I know you were gung-ho saying this is a playoff team. 7-3, do we still think they're a playoff team?
I don't know that they're
necessarily
a lock anymore because this is a tough NFC schedule. You got the Saints, they still have to play the Eagles. I still think that Seahawks game is going to be the pivotal one, but the Seahawks look like they're beatable in Seattle, so we'll see if the Rams can get it together.
All right, we'll be back in the Coliseum on Sunday, and we'll see you there.